with the song of deliverance still echoing in their ears. Israel set out from the shores of the sea into the wilderness. Joy gave way to the realities of the desert, and the people quickly learned that freedom was not without trial. The God who had split the sea would now prove himself the sustainer of his people. The first test came at Marah. After 3 days without water, they found a spring, but its waters were bitter, undrinkable. Exodus 15:23. The people grumbled against Moses, saying, "Well, no, what shall we drink?" Exodus 15:24. Moses cried to the Lord, and God showed him a piece of wood, which he cast into the waters, and they became sweet. Exodus 15:25. There at Marah, the Lord taught them that he was not only their deliverer, but also their healer. "I am the Lord your healer." Exodus 15:26. From there they came to Elim, where 12 springs and 70 palm trees offered them rest. Exodus 15:27. But soon the wilderness pressed upon them again. In the desert of Sin, hunger gnawed at the people, and they longed for the bread and meat of Egypt. Complaining, they accused Moses of bringing them out to die. Exodus 16:3. In mercy, the Lord responded not with wrath, but with provision. That evening, quail covered the camp, and in the morning, fine flakes like frost lay on the ground. When the people asked, "What is it?" in Hebrew, man, Moses answered, "It is the bread that the Lord has given you to eat." Exodus 16:15. The manna became God's daily gift, bread from heaven to sustain them throughout the wilderness. Each morning they gathered only as much as they needed, an act of trust shaping their dependence on God. If they kept it overnight, it bred worms except on the 6th day, when it was preserved so that they could rest on the Sabbath. Exodus 16:22-24. Thus manna was both food and a lesson. Man does not live by bread alone, but by the word and provision of the Lord. Yet thirst soon tested them again at Rephidim. With no water, the people quarreled with Moses, crying, "Why did you bring us up out of Egypt to kill us and our children and our livestock with thirst?" Exodus 17:3. Moses, in fear of being stoned, cried to the Lord. God commanded him to strike the rock at Horeb, and from it water gushed forth. Exodus 17:6. Once more the Lord revealed himself as the faithful provider, turning stone into a spring of life. But testing did not come only through hunger and thirst. At Rephidim, Amalek came and fought against Israel. Exodus 17:8. For the first time, the redeemed people faced war. Joshua led the battle in the valley, while Moses went up on the hill with the staff of God in his hand. As long as Moses' hands were raised, Israel prevailed. When his hands grew weary and lowered, Amalek gained ground. So Aaron and Hur held up his hands, one on each side, until sunset, and Israel triumphed. Exodus 17:12-13. A banner was raised there. The Lord is my